let me put it straight. What we have told is in the disagreement, and it has been there over a long time. Give appropriate budget allocation to your educational system. Forget about the quantum down. Give a percentage. In Ghana, they give no less than 16%. In South Africa, they give no less than 60%. Check over the board. Nigeria have the lowest, 5.3. I will say give 50%. As others are doing. Give priority to education. And they will say they don't have money. Let's forget about quantum. I look at the reality that education is one thing you are going to look at that will change your country. But they are not interested. That is the problem. It's not about the quantum. As I speak to you, if you watch it in about 1 month, since July, if you find out our exchange rate went high, you are aware. You know why? It's when Nigerian people are paying school fees in foreign countries. Is the massive amount of foreign countries they needed to pay school fees outside the country that you had that massive exchange rate increase. And now it's coming down because they have paid. You are seeing the graduating now, you are seeing their children graduating. So that is it. So it's not only the university that is suffering, the whole country is suffering because of what we are doing. If our system is working like Ghana, like South Africa, like Rwanda, we will not be hustling for exchange rate currency to pay school fees outside the country. That's why that is priority.
Let me take you to another aspect. I mean, you say that we have the money. I mean,
yes, definitely.
If
the will is there, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and I've asked you, this is going to be the thought on whether you think that the government is sincere or not. And I mean, over the last 1 month, yes, when the president said, Minister of Education, go and resolve this matter, has there been any meeting, any interface between the Minister of Education and ASUU?
We've had informal interface.
There's nothing formal.
Not formal.
Have you met the Minister of Education physically?
Yes.
Since then?
Yeah, but it's formal. But what we are expecting is tomorrow to be formal. But this issue we are talking about, in 1992, the new Babangida, we had an agreement like this. And the government said they don't have fund. ASUU tell us how we can raise the fund. And we said, fine. We met and came out with this third fund. And it's easy. Charge the profit of companies operating in Nigeria 2% of their profit. 2%. It came from us. 2% of their profit is to raise the money to fund the university at that time. To increase the funding in the university. And the Babangida accepted that. So go and draft the decree. And we did. And that's the origin today of
that. Do you have a possibility to raise more funds?
On this one again, look, in 2019, the Federal Ministry of Education and Federal Ministry of Finance came out with a conference, on a conference on how to raise funds for the university. And we also submitted a paper that we have done before on how to raise funds. And we are accepted. And that document is still there with the Minister of Education. It's there with the Minister of Finance. But now she's implementing it and forgot education. Increase it. Let me finish. Now they are going to start taxing, what you call it, taxing this one called, communication, this new tax they're talking about. It's part of our proposal. You should use that account to fund education. Go and check, it's there. But now they are trying to implement it. But they don't think of the author. People who generate that thing, they forgot them. And what's supposed to use for, they forgot it.
I mean, are you...
And these are the things we are talking about. These are how you can fund education.
Are you worried about the dovetailing effect? Because one of the things that the minister raised, yes, was that if ASUU raises this, SANU will raise it, NASU will raise it, all other the polytechnic lecturers, other bodies also will raise it and threaten government. Do you think that is sustainable? That was the question that you raised.
Let me put it this way. Check all over the world. Check all over the world. The only job that is competitive worldwide, you need people from all over the world to do, is lecturing, academics. Two, how much are they paying in such establishment as NPC? So establishment and Central Bank, NIFJA, how much are they paying lecturers? How much are they paying the staff? When they were increasing those salaries, did they ever thought that there are other MDAs that will come to look for increment? So when you are looking at something, look, you don't need to bulk things together. Nigerian academics are leaving this country. You are aware of that. Doctors are leaving. Because this is a special area. You want to develop your system. And when you are talking about increment of salary, you don't look at others. Look at what is the world average. What is the salary regime for a lecturer in Africa? These are what you look at.
I mean, would you suggest that maybe the federal government divests its ownership of some of these universities? Maybe to private bodies or to other, because the question is whether or not federal government has been able to effectively run these universities. If not, maybe there should be a new thinking about the ownership of these institutions.
No. This our money is Nigerians' money. This money we're talking about is not the president's money. It's not the senator's money. It's Nigerians' money. And every Nigerian child have a right to education.
But do you think that the private institutions and private universities are better run than the public universities?
Look, let me tell you, and you can check. Go and check the private universities and compare them to UI, BUK. Go and check them. Let me give you an example. Today, when we were in school and we have good private universities, we were well funded. Waitings were working well even in the primary secondary schools. JAM never gave a cut-off point of less than 180, 200. Today they are taking 120. Because the private people have bastardized the secondary primary school. So that people cannot pass again to enter university. You now take person who failed JAM and admit in private universities. And these people who fail, who score 120, 130 in private university, they are the one coming out with first class. Where is the problem? Cash and carry. You are looking for market. And the best way to market your university is to produce first class. But in the government universities, the standard are adhered to. So what I'm saying is that, look, why can Ghana run their university? Ghana, we say in 1980s, early 80s, we say Ghana must go, is it not? Ghana must go.